oa mrembo akuwe akipewa kazi ya kutengeneza salad. Asikuwe anaambiwa aende awashe achune kuni.
Akatekate kuni.
What up?
What it is.
Tumekam tena
Na tumejaza gari.
Hapana bana. Ni Subaru.
Tumejaza, lazima iko Subaru.
Ni Subaru.
Tumejaza gari, mimi sina Subaru. Na imejaa.
Kidogo tunambugu. Speed flani short boxer Kawasaki. Yo mjui.
Hiyo sijui.
Hata wewe Andrew. Je? Hamjui song? Speed flani short boxer Kawasaki.
Hiyo.
Hunitambui, sikutambui.
Hiyo hatuitambui.
Guys.
No.
You guys don't know that song?
That one we don't.
Wakadinali, sikutambui.
Nazi.
Buda ni nini na kuwasha, nikikunywa tutaka tufirifiri na It's not the song, that's a different song bana.
Kaki,
nina kuwasha, nikikula nyama choma.
Kaki, unajaribu kuingia hii nini? Wacha ikae.
Buda ni nini na kuwasha, nikikula nyama choma tufirifiri na mataska. That's the song.
Serious?
Sikutambui. Wakadinali. Like it's the trendy
0.
My gosh, let's just start.
Yeah, let's go. No, but life is hard. Just the same way, marriage be hard.
It's not. We don't know.
You know, I know.
Kauko nje. No, but I don't know. I think let's just go with it. Mm-hmm. I know you're doing well.
Ladies, if he doesn't check up on you and just assumes you're doing well, what makes you think I'm doing well?
Well, I see you here.
No.
You shaved?
No.
Are you okay?
I'm doing well.
Are you okay in your marriage?
You know, you reminded me of the. We are here with Mr. Can I call you Mr.? Why are you gay? The interview just starts with, why are you gay?
You know, let's
Who
go.
said I'm gay?
But
you are gay.
You are gay.
No. So who is gay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you okay in your marriage?
Yes, I believe I am. But I always feel like Mariah should be the one to answer this
question
as well.
Right.
Because it's a two-way thing. I cannot answer on behalf of both parties.
Right.
I can only answer on my own accord. Do you guys know Jesus had a Honda? It's just that he did not speak of his own accord. Guys!
Richie has been trying this stand-up thing for a minute. Ni venye amekaa chini. Hey. It's okay. Maybe it's your Bible joke.
Who was the shortest man in the Bible?
Zacchaeus?
No. Benjamin the shoe height. Because he was
the height of a shoe.
You guys, anyway. So I'm doing well in marriage, yeah?
If these are the jokes that you jack in marriage,
I think I'm doing okay. I'm not in a position to complain. But I believe it's a process that both parties have to, see eye to eye on.
Yeah.
And my significant other should also be here to say, maybe one
no,
day
I think it's important.
We should do a pod with them.
It's important
with them
for them
babes
to honest. It's important for both sides to actually speak, because you might be thinking that you're winning in this situation, only for you to be told uko 20%
alone.
Yeah, uko solo. You're not doing natty. Like you're bad, and marriage is sweet. Marriage is what you make it. Marriage is what you fight for. Marriage is what you believe within the four walls of your room or whatever it is that you are in. A lot of times, I think marriage has been misconstrued to be what other people are going through, that's what you should be going through.
Oh yeah,
I see Nani's
Guys,
happy, so
yeah.
that's what I should have. You know?
guys actually impose their struggles and their wins and their losses, their highs and lows on other
others.
people. That's why I don't give marriage advice.
Just
Deuces. I never I find it very fascinating that I do not interfere with people's relationships.
it's important.
Like I don't want to find out a lot, digging deep into someone's marriage life and how things are going, and then now telling them, marriage. I usually tell myself I'm giving myself 5 to 7 years before I can actively start talking to people
about marriage.
like from an advisor's perspective,
Yeah.
if I may call it that, because I'm not an advisor currently. I am also going through things. Yeah, so
A lot of things.
I'm also going through things. I have seasons where I feel like I'm acing this thing,
Right.
and then there are days I'm like hapa niko
It's like
nje.
hii ni nini?
Hapa niko nje, sielewi ni nini nafanya na sioni kama
Na
nafanya kazi
unakumbushwa.
poa.
Na unakumbushwa.
Sioni kama nafanya kazi poa. So I don't feel like I'm in a position where I am able to categorically speak with authority in marriage.
Yeah.
Because, it's a process. We all have different processes that we're going through, different journeys. But one thing I love about marriage, it's definitely, or rather about getting married, it was definitely an upgrade from the type of life I was living. Definitely. Straight up. Straight
umejengwa.
up upgrade.
Umejengwa.
Navutishwa.
No,
Wi-Fi imelipiwa.
no, but it's interesting how the comparisons of when you're single and when you're married, there are those who would be like, because one of the things about marriage is accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability is very hard, especially if you're not used to accountability. And so you start getting asked questions, like, why did you do this? Or why did you, or where are you?
And they have a right to.
And they do have a right to. Someone actually said, if you didn't want that kind of life, then you shouldn't have gotten married. But the fact that you got married
means you've opened yourself
up to those questions.
Yeah.
And scrutiny, for lack of a better word. Because, you need to be accountable. Where are you? No, seriously, where are you? It's 10 p.m., it's 12 p.m., 12 a.m., where are you? What are you doing? This is someone you sleep in the same bed with. They should actually know where you are. They should actually know. And someone put it very clearly. What if something happened? Let's not even put it in the fact that they want to know where you are.
Yeah.
But what if something happened, a national thing that happened? Give for lack of a better example, bomb blast.
Yes.
Cool bomb blast. Something happened.
1982.
So, where were you? What were you doing? Like, you can't even, cops can't come to your house and say, this guy is well, so trace your steps. Your wife is asked where you are, and you're just like, I don't know. He just left in the morning, and I was expecting him back by 5 p.m.
I saw a meme of the guys who they told the wife, there's a day a tree fell at the Serena parking lot, the Serena Hotel parking,
Right.
and it fell on vehicles. And someone was saying, when you had told your wife you're at a business trip in Naivasha, and then they see the car trending. Ulikuwa Serena, ulikuwa na date
ulikuwa
na
Naivasha.
kamtu, na ulikuwa unasema
ulikuwa
umeenda
Naivasha.
business meeting ama business trip Naivasha. How do you start
Nilijua.
explaining bana?
Nilipatia driver. Akarudi nayo Nairobi.
I had a small errand. That's how people
I stopped
that's how
there
people
before I
get married
left.
nowadays. I have an errand. I have a small errand.
I'll
Yeah,
back.
a
I'm in a
small
meeting.
meeting.
I'll call you back.
Kumbe
Yeah,
jamaa
but-
kwa rorashio yake.
Yeah, but it's messed up nowadays how we men play them babes out here, patapotea. The one thing about marriage is a lot of people get lost when they get into marriage.
Yeah.
So I think this whole topic is, I feel like a lot of people get to where marriage is like a stop.
It's the end goal.
It's the end goal.
They don't know how to
Did you get
function
married?
beyond.
After that, I don't know what next.
I think I'll be honest with you. It's something that I feel like I had a season where I experienced that because when you get married and you're adjusting to the marriage, marriage and dating are very different.
Very different.
So immediately after the wedding, you now have started a marriage
and
you're adjusting into that. So you start wondering,
what next?
Now that she doesn't have her own place,
She's not going home.
She's not going anywhere. Why is she
So
still here?
so now,
So how do we operate now that we're in the same house?
Yeah.
Especially for guys who are not moved in together. For me, that was the first major adjustment that I had to accept. That okay, now this is our place. So how do you maintain that friendship, that chemistry, now that you have the luxury of being in each other's spaces constantly, 24/7? Because if you thought marriage was the end goal, like the saying the I do part, then there's this whole journey that you're starting and there's a new experience. So I think that is one thing that I came to realize when I got married, that, this is a new experience for both of you. How do you decide what are we working on? How are we now making this thing work in the confines of us constantly being in each other's space? Because, if you think marriage is the end goal, because I know guys who really, really wanted to get married. Like they just,
like it was
the plan, it was the goal, it was the A to Z. And then you get married and you have no fulfillment in your marriage because you did not think about what life was going to be like after the I do part. There's a lot more that is happening, There's the adjustments that you need to make, and there's the love that you now need to understand how to make it work. So, and especially with the luxury. I think for me, the biggest thing was the luxury of now we are living in the same house. There's no, when can I see you next?
I'm
in the sitting room.
I'm on meja. Ati nimeenda home. Unaenda wapi? Unashuka stairs uko. Wait,
unakasirikiana mmoja anaenda kwa bedroom, mwingine anabaki kwa sitting room. Unajifanya una watch TV.
When you know someone is angry is when now if you guys had pet names, if it was Babe and Han, next thing Richard.
Unaitwa jina yako.
Oh, ni nani?
Have you seen those clips about guys calling their babes their names?
Yeah, because I want.
It's like, why are you calling me by my names? But
how?
That's your name.
That's your name.
No,
but
you call me Babe. No,
Babe is my name.
You're Janice.
No,
but I am Babe.
I'm Babe.
Call me Babe,
right? And on the other flip side, if you're called by your name, you just know that something's wrong.
Trouble.
There's Shida. They don't even have to say we need to talk. It's Richard. Oh shit.
Here comes the trouble.
Here comes the danger.
What am I doing? Like it is, and I know for a fact that one of the things that has been purported a lot is, oh, you've changed. And it's that, and I think it's a testament to that fact that in your brain it's not been adjusted, that there's more to marriage than just, saying I do. You've said I do. And that question I think should be asked in very many marriages is why did I get married? Number one. Why am I with this person?
Why? Yeah, why do we actually get married?
Like there's
That's a very good question.
Like, okay, sour, we've gotten married, but why did I get married? Why did I want to stay with this person for the rest of my life?
On that part for the rest of the life.
Right? Because we would have dated for 17 years. Of course,
Ricky Gervais. That's what Ricky Gervais is doing.
Right? So just, and I think
forever.
there's that perception that if we're dating, it
like has to lead to marriage.
Yeah, it has to lead to marriage. So after
don't remind me of how we were programmed.
No, we were programmed. Yeah, it has
dating has to lead to marriage.
Ding. So you see a girl.
They stopped there.
That's it. They never prepared. No, that's why they wanted you to go to premarital classes.
That PMCC is
and then I'm just here
to
say,
but it's not enough.
Yeah, PMCC.
How many
is
weeks? 6 weeks.
About 6. Some
or
10.
6-week or 7-week course.
Let me tell you,
for
premarital classes.
For rest of your life.
Premarital classes need to be cancelled.
Not cancelled, revised.
No, revised. Sorry, you're right. I was just like.
But if they get cancelled,
if they cancel
get more popular.
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
No, but in all honesty, they need to be revised because I feel like they don't prepare you for what you actually. You actually sit down and
not.
like
you're never ready.
You're never ready. You sit down and you're like, even if people go through their own shenanigans in their houses,
Yeah.
right? Like there are things that you go through and you're like, I never saw this coming.
Them never see
even
it
when-
coming. Yo.
Even when they tell you that you're going to be dealing with finances, like whatever
It's
you guys
different.
go through,
It's different. It's
totally
different. It's totally different. Yeah.
You know,
There's the theory and then there's the actual.
yes, there's the
PMTC
practicals,
needs a hybrid system. Right, I think they do refreshers every
or maybe they need to do
quarterly.
You know those visits like after marriage, like
Yeah,
2
after
3
the
year,
wedding.
yeah,
Wanakuja
2 3
wanakaa
year
chini na
wanakaa
nini,
chini
wanasema,
na
sasa
what we had talked
kunaendaje?
about kunaendaje, you know, then they can refresh the courses. But anyway, what is it that in your marriage that now, after thinking about this is a new experience that you've done to keep you guys on a high? Let me put it that way.
I think especially with the new season that we're in, it's very easy to get caught up in the everydays.
Yes.
The day-to-days,
Yeah.
they're very, very easy to get caught up. It's like the BAUs, the business as usuals. There's, you have the standard operating procedures that you always follow.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get lost in those. So ensuring that we eat out a couple of
bill.
times, ensuring that she pays for a meal.
She gotta.
Hata mimi nitritiwe vizuri.
Hata mimi ni baby boy.
I'm also the prize.
I'm just a baby boy.
Ensuring that, they have their freedom, they
Yeah.
go out,
Yeah.
they meet people, they hang out with people.
Yo.
Just being themselves. And then there's
yourself
our
as
time.
self. Yeah.
Yes, then there was our time.
Yeah.
So working on those aspects, you have your time, I have my time, and then we have our time. So
I think
that we
is
don't
very important.
so that we
yeah.
don't get to a point where we think this is what we are supposed to do all through.
We can't.
It's like they say the most suffocating relationship in the animal kingdom is the dick. You know the dick?
Yeah.
The dick once it gets a partner, a mate, they do everything together. They graze together, they water, they go to the watering hole together, they sleep together,
Babe,
they rise
let's get to one day.
and there are some couples who are like that. They seclude themselves from society and just focus on them.
Yeah.
And here's the saddest part. When one dick dies, the surviving dick hits its head on a rock until it dies as well.
Because haiwezi.
Because it cannot live without the other partner.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I love you. but you have your life, I have my life.
Yeah.
Because that's how we functioned.
Yeah.
And that's
Even
actually how
before.
we met.
Before, yeah.
And those are the things that made us like who we were.
Yeah.
And brought us together.
Yeah.
And then we have our time as well. So I think that's one of the most important things, that you're able to have your life, I'm able to have mine, and then we're able to have our life.
There's also the thing about not stopping what you used to do when you're tuning each other.
Yes.
Like dating, what's it called? Having fun moments, movie nights, going out on dates, playing, or rather even catching up with your friends, traveling, staycations and stuff like that.
You mentioned something very important, because I recently was thinking about it. How often in your marriage do you ask your partner, how are you doing?
It's something that we...
Because it's very easy for
It's
us
very
to wake
easy.
up in the morning, oh my God, I'm late for work. Blah, 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 blah.
Done. Bounce.
Gioni, you come back, eat supper, watch a movie, do a series, sleep, cycle, wake up, repeat. Evil.
And just
And
because
you don't know how your partner is doing.
she's there or he's there, you think
Yeah,
that you
you
guys
think
are
they're
doing,
okay.
They're okay, yeah.
Or you think, just because we see each other every day, things are okay. Like, we're just operating above water. But you actually do have to take time and
It's
actually
important,
think.
yeah.
And also be asked. Tusiulizane tu.
Yeah.
Oh, ulizwe.
It's saa zingine kaa chini
Labda
ulizwe. Labda uko hapo, I'm carrying the whole world by myself.
But I think one of the things that we really are pushing to do that helps us knit together is we have certain shows that we watch together.
Yeah.
Like, we know this is our time, we sit, we watch this. Like, we have a series that we're watching pamoja, so hakuna mtu anaweza anza episode bila mwingine. Those ones. We have the kawaida ones where they are just for me. And there's some that are just for her. But there's those that are for us. And I think, like, this year we started One Tree Hill, and Suits.
Aw.
Can you imagine I've never watched Suits.
Really?
I had never watched Suits before.
Interesting.
So that is a cool show because it's very hard for us to find a balance.
Right.
Like I love Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
But I shall watch it and she's like, "Ay, nini, bana." So the fact that we got something that we are both
That you're both, yeah.
into, tunashikilia. Tunasema hii
I think it's funny because
hapa tunashikilia.
Paul and I think we have the same taste to some extent. So most of the things we watch together. Unless you get one that it's for fighting.
We have a thing. Like if I wasn't in the house and she was watching her own show, then I pick her. There's a time she would ask, do I continue watching my own show?
You want to start yours? Yeah.
Suits. We watch. I work at the show that we're currently watching.
Yeah.
So there's this show on Netflix. I think it's a reality dating show. I'm not big on these dating shows and whatnot. So there's a time I found her watching it. She asked me, do I toa this one? Am I continue watching it? In fact, sasa do hivi. Especially kama ni hizi. Nikifika tu hata na kupatia instruction ya forever. Hata usiulize. Toa.
When you just hear the car landing,
ukiona na nimekaa toa. Easy.
Siko ndani.
Like I tried, but it's just not me.
It's not working.
No, it's just not me. So,
Like I've seen, like I don't know if it's the ladies that I follow.
Yeah.
When that season, it was a popular dating show that was happening, reality dating show, and everyone was watching it and making
Is it
all the
Love
comments.
Island?
I think so.
Yes, I think it's
And
Love
everyone
Island
was
because
complaining.
no one also does Love Island. And
Just like
they sit and discuss.
like it's like a book club. It's not making sense.
Oh, my wife is super cool, by the way. She's in a book club.
Right.
There's a day I went for my nephew's birthday and she couldn't make it. I felt so nice telling people, no, she couldn't make it. She had book club today.
Kidogo you start drinking
sophisticated.
tea with your pinky.
Oh,
in
no,
the
she
air.
couldn't make it today. She has book club.
Clink clink.
Hey. Sorry, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Kuna
you
nini?
don't just randomly show up without her and then you're like, she couldn't make it today.
Ako home.
Ongezea spice.
Ako chama.
Ati ako chama. Bro. Hata ruseme ako book club ya pesa.
Ya book club. Wanafungua M-Pesa box today.
Wanafanya financial
Account
literacy.
books. Wanafungua financial year leo. No, me invest. But yeah, I think
it speaks to those interests that we were saying.
yeah. So
I hope I have something sophisticated. Maybe now she'll be telling people.
No, yeah,
No,
he's
he's recording the podcast.
Yeah, they're doing a podcast right now. So
Odaya
it wasn't
Road
even
tunakwanga
gonna-
members pamoja. Hiyo hezi.
hiyo mtaonekana huko.
Hawezi
Hawezi enda
niekelea
peke yako.
ati, ako wapi?
Aga.
Ndo ule pale. Kwa counter.
Ameenda kuchukua
Ameenda
drinks.
kwa choo.
Yeah, but I think it's that thing about common interest is very important, especially when you're getting into marriage, because that's where now things, slide apart.
Things
Because-
start to go for you, Mulama. When things start to go for you, Mulama,
who is bad.
you forget that she's gorgeous.
The gorgeousness disappears. So like you start, you want to pursue your things,
Yeah.
but you find out that you are only pursuing your things. There's nothing that ever brings you together. And that's where now things start, hitting the rocks.
Yeah.
There's nothing of interest that she likes that you do. There's nothing of interest that you do that she likes. Like things just stop being.
Like I have to give her props also. I just remembered she has actually taken an interest in football.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I watch football. Like if I'm just in the house, EPL is on, there's early kickoff at 2:45. I'll watch the games from 2:45 back at the game that's playing at 10 p.m. So I'll watch football the whole day. So the time she came and started asking me, Kwani all games are important? There's no game that's just like
you can't
I'm
just
like,
choose
no.
one.
Yani, it might be the most random of teams that I'm not even supporting, but
Yeah.
it's just the fact that it's football.
Yes.
So she also had to adjust and start, okay, so this thing is actually important. Now, how do I integrate myself into? Of course, we still haven't gotten to her understanding the offside rule. But Ipo siku.
Iko.
Ipo siku.
Itafika.
Red card anaelewa. And but the worst is watching football and then it's like, oh my gosh, Neymar. Oh my Neymar.
My name.
My Neymar ameumia. Oh my, I'm just like, bro,
Chill.
we don't do that here.
Yeah, no. Forget it. No, I things like I think for me, we do like doing drives.
Yeah.
Na
You know, economy.
Chasing the sunset.
Economy.
We tulia.
Tumia tips.
Just tutatuma
How
tips.
you're manufacturing your own fuel at home, eh?
Sinyamaza. Nataka nifuatwe na KRA nini? So tulie. So doing
tutorial
drives,
ya manufacture petrol.
There's also cooking.
Yeah.
There's also watching shows as well. She's now gotten into gardening. Me, I'm like,
Do you garden?
that one I've not gotten into yet. So I'm just like, yay! Yeah. So she's like, yeah. So today the skumas are doing well. Spinaches. I'm like, yeah. At least atutabai hizo nini mingi huko.
The economic implication.
Yeah, so that's good. Food,
At
farm
least
to
hiyo
fork.
nimetoa kwa budgets.
Farm to
fork stories ndo hizo.
Let's go. No. Yeah, but that the question about how you doing is we do have random talks where you're just like, yo, so how's things going? But it's very easy to forget that and just get into the point where you're
BAUs.
Builds
Business as usual.
Builds and kidogo builds. Then you're now, because you have a child now, it's child. You even forget of asking, how you doing? Are you okay? Are you rested?
Yeah,
Whatever. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that carries us along.
Yeah.
The one thing that I know is very detrimental to a lot of marriages is social media. So and so is doing very well. So and so has gone to Mombasa, has taken their wife to Mombasa. Why do we never go for staycations?
I like when that happens, and not to be a sadist, but when those couples wachana. Hata mimi nitakuja hapo nianze kukwambia so ulikuwa unataka tuwe kama hawa
mtu achane.
Walienda Diani alafu.
Sasa ona mali wako.
Alafu.
So it's a heavy to I think
social media is bad.
It's bad for everything.
In terms of how it really, really affects people and their marriages. That thing called social media, about setting unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Because of someone else's life, and you don't know what is behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Because what you're getting is just face value. So that's why I've never been.
And it's always the good side.
Yeah, I've never been big on social media couples. I learn from couples who I can interact with.
Yeah.
But there are tips that you can get from social media couples. There are things that there's things that you can actually learn from. But I don't necessarily indulge myself to a point where I think there's a famous I think was it a couple of years back, 2-3 years back. Yeah. There's a famous relationship couple, like they were not relationship coach couple,
right,
who broke up, and people were devastated. So like I'm really trying to remember the name. I hope I can remember the name.
The international? Okay.
Yeah, the international.
Right.
There were some American couple. Everyone used to look at, and there were Christian couples.
Did they come?
I think they once came to. They came to. Yes, they came to Sitam.
They came to Sitam. Yes.
I think it was that couple.
Yes.
Then they broke up. I think, or
they
did divorced. I don't know. I don't know whether
follow.
it's that couple or there's another couple. Yeah. But all I know is there's a famous couple who always used to give people relationship advice and whatnot, and then one day they just broke the news. They're like, oh, we have decided to go our separate ways, blah 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 blah, and people here were devastated. Like, my gosh, if these guys are not loving each other and they're divorcing, there's no hope for me, So it's like the Boondocks episode where not Kentucky, but the fried chicken store ran out of chicken.
Yes,
and black people didn't
know what to do next to their lives.
So I usually think of the same thing with relationships and social media.
Yeah, you
cannot keep comparing your life to someone who has not really let you into their life.
Yes,
and someone who you don't have a personal relationship with. It's like how we constantly do certain traditional practices, yet it's honestly just peer pressure from dead relatives. We don't understand why.
That is true.
Yeah, we don't understand why we're doing it.
We're just doing
It's
it.
because that's how they used to do it.
Walifanya hivyo tunaendelea.
So
No, but-
I think social media, mi wogopa.
Kaa mbali.
Ogopa.
Kaa mbali. Kaa mbali. The especially, okay, so there's peer pressure as well. There's also peer pressure. Let alone social media. You could be in a group or a setting, and you guys like meet once in a while, and then as you're sharing your stories, unasikia so and so walifanya hivi, and
Bought
they do
the
things
wife.
together. Bought the wife,
A discovery.
a discovery, and this is just in your social group, not even on Instagram.
It's not even, yeah.
And now you're in the pressure for, what am I, like I'm supposed to be
You see
doing
what
the same thing.
other
You see
husbands
what
are doing for their wives.
they do that thing, the subconscious one, whereby, Lord, I see what you're doing for other couples. Do for me too. Just like, you're not happy? You're just not happy where you are.
Subliminals.
Like, for me, the subliminals hurt much more than you actually just coming to tell me.
True.
That is
because actually true.
What are you
You've been-
thinking
you've
the whole
actually
time?
been
Yeah,
thinking
you've
about
been
it,
thinking about it the whole time, and you just mouth it out in one way or another. But yeah, must be.
Hey, kwanza hiyo must be
Wanazijua,
nice.
must be nice.
Heri wao.
Heri wow. Must be nice. Ulienda diani, must be nice.
Jazz music
Because
stops.
wanaingiza rock. So, but I think it's also a point of honesty, and it's just being honest and being like, okay, this is where I hope we get with our marriage, or this is what I'm hoping for with the marriage, or where we are headed to. And I think the why question is very important. Why did I get married? And what next after that marriage?
Yeah.
Like, what should we be doing together?
Yeah.
What should we be chasing together? What should we,
Paper.
as a car, if that's what you guys are chasing, let it be that. That's what you're chasing. But at least you're on the same page, rather than I don't know what it is that you're
Parallel.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just going ahead.
We are moving forward, yes.
But
it's a parallel
amtaipatana huko
relationship.
mbele mahali, so it's normally for self check. Let me get back, let me see where we are. Do we even have a trajectory that we're headed to, ama tuko tu solo
Vibes and
vibes and inshallah. Shamaliza, nimefika home, nimekubaia flowers ukobie. That's actually one thing that I think is also important in just vavooming or spicing the relationship. Appearing with flowers just once in a while.
Mine tells me, yo pesa maua nipe. She's not a flowers person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, with that said,
She's
if
not
you
a
met
flower
her
person.
21 and she's not a flower person,
Yeah.
now she's 30, now she's appreciating that kind of greenery in her home. So
Yes.
you get to learn.
The cow.
Yes, you get
Yes.
to learn that she has evolved as a person.
Yes. Because like
Just knowing,
accessorizing with natural plants, with
Not
she
even
loves
that,
it,
but you need to know.
But you flowers, okay.
But you need to
To
know.
my
You
best.
need to know that. You need to know. I think it's
Yeah.
that constant understanding of evolving is, this time I'm not into flowers,
Yeah.
but I'm into crockery.
Yeah.
Or this time I'm not into crockery, I'm into dresses or whatever. There's also that
Show up with an
wisdom.
air fryer.
Hey, unaweza fry sana. You guy, you have an air fryer.
My mom played us when we were kids, Work hard, I buy you guys a gift. She bought us a toaster. I was like, wait. You bought yourself
A toaster.
a toaster. So home appliances have traumatized me.
So you don't bring them.
Yo ulijinunulia.
Ulijigetia.
Na hiyo siku tulikuwa top 4. My brother and I were top 4 in school bana. The report card.
Mi nilishakwambia
like,
Kenya ilifanyika. Mi nilikuwa naambia one day you'll get one day. That day has never come. Hata leo bado nangoja hiyo one
Ipo
day.
siku.
Hakuna siku. Haitakuja. Ushaingia kwa familia yako uko solo.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, so marriage is what you make it. Marriage is actually wonderful.
And one other thing with what you make it, marriage is what you make it. There's a high tendency of you being influenced by your in-laws, by your
True.
extended family.
True.
Like there are certain things that, like family functions you go for, and then your wife is not doing the kawaida things that other ninis are supposed to do, and people are wondering what is wrong here.
Yeah.
Why is she not in the
Anafaa kwa kitchen.
breaking her back, you know?
No.
Oa mrembo akuwe akipewa kazi ya kutengeneza salad. Asikuwe anaambiwa aende awashe achune kuni.
Akatekate kuni. No.
Na ile you guys know that chuma that ya kupuliza utuwasha the nini. Ushaona ile joke at the chick is struggling, you shall go to blow that pipe to wash the, but ukimpata kivuruta shisha 18. Freno.
This is a nice one.
Hii flavor is shiki.
Niongezea makaa.
But kupuliza moshi pale ushago. Okay babe, when are we going back home?
Ulisema tunakaa siku 2.
It's day 16.
Na bado anafanya the same job.
Hey,
Babe, next time we are going to our place.
So babe.
So, babe, it's okay. But we have 3 more days. Hey, watu wanaumia huku nje na wasemi.
Watu wanakipitia.
But the one thing I remember the pastor telling us is when you get married, right? You have your, for example, let's use the bedroom. Not everyone is allowed into your bedroom.
True.
Right? So there's, you know, the way the inner circle in the olden days in the Bible. So you can only, the 2 of you are the only ones allowed in that room.
Yeah.
Right? If you allow anyone into your room, then that's up to you. It's literally, you've allowed them into that room. So they can actually tell you what they have to say about your room. But then there's that outer circle. And in that outer circle, not even your family is there.
True.
Should be your either your friends or whoever you've allowed again into that circle. Family. Nje kabisa. You know, in fact, outside the house. That's why they say, you know, you can, they have to call when they're coming, you know.
True.
They have to to
By
ensure
the
that
way,
you...
they
But
actually give
Mazin,
you a
there's
heads up.
there's
some
a
overstep,
culture,
eh?
there's a Lunar culture that just like, no,
They show up.
tunakam.
Tulisema ni house number. Uko wapi?
Uko wapi?
Nauliza ni house number. Wewe sema uko wapi?
Tulihama.
Tulikuja Langata side gani? Siku hizi tuko Ruai. Na unamuona kwa nini?
So nipande matatu gani?
Fanya hivi auntie. Unajua Ankorani anaishingi pale Jamhuri, ni kama upitie kwake.
Enda kwake kwanza. Mimi nitakwambia nini? Siko nyumbani.
Hatuko home.
So yeah, so dependent on who you allow into that inner circle, then that's where now that kind of influence comes.
True.
The one thing that I know
that I agree.
I've always done is fight for poly wherever it is that we go. So that it's not a thing where now people expect certain things just because now you've entered. You know the way you ingia a certain place and people know, nani amekam yendo anapika machapo. You know, like, we are sorted, you know. Let it be known that, you know, this is not what she does, or this is not the expectant thing that we have of her or him, even if it's you. Because, you know, you could come, like, because I used to be an MC, like all functions used to be, hey, so,
Same here.
Yeah, Johnny, Shika,
like
this is what you're doing. You
de
know,
facto
like,
family
right?
MC.
Either that or photography.
Family events.
Either that or photography. You know, kwa media, Johnny atapiga picha.
Anafanya kazi kwa media.
So, utapika?
You know,
Sizzling
like,
basis.
Sizzling basis, like hapa anapika.
Chef with the sauce.
Lazima, because it's at home, you have to be there.
Tuchomea nyama.
Go to family functions, everybody's speaking low, and I'm like,
You're just outside.
I'm speaking cute, and you're just like,
baby, there's a but that thing is true. That thing is true.
So it's
You go to your in-laws and they're talking hapo wamekoroga lugha yao huko hapo tu. Wakicheka unajaribu kurusha kicheko ya uongo hapo.
Ama you just smile.
Yeah, smile tu kumbe uko nje.
Unatembea unaenda kwanza kuangalia venye boma ukaa.
Unaenda kwa mang'ombe huko chini.
Na Johnny ameenda wapi?
Ako around.
Singa ameenda kutafuta nini? Best yake mwingine anaishi hapa kando. No, but it's a conscious decision.
Yeah,
Like I think it should be a conscious decision in how you make marriage work, how you make marriage happy, you know. And again, it's sort of like also find your happiness, because it's been said a lot of times, and I don't think people get it. If you're not happy as a person, you cannot make your spouse happy. They should be happy on their own.
You can't give what
right?
you don't have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't love if you don't have love.
Yeah.
You can't show joy or peace if you don't have those things. And I think it's important to also, what you're saying, you know, have your day or your days, and she has her days, and I have my days, and we have our days together. And especially knowing that within those different days, you're filling yourself up. You know, there's this thing about, you know, having 100%. Yes, you're bringing your 100, I'm bringing my 100% in the relationship. But I've also come to believe that bring what you have so that we make it 100.
Yeah.
So if you're going to bring your 20, I have to bring in the 80. If I'm bringing my 30, you have to bring in the 70.
And I think it's seasonal, because the days
Yeah.
you have the 30, she has the 70, or
And the days you even have
70,
100.
she has the 30.
You know, and I think it also is something that you need to be aware of, because if you guys don't speak or you don't know what it is that you want, then it's also hard for me to say I only have 20 today. You know, because she's
That
expecting
communication
you
is
to
key.
always bring 100, and sometimes you don't even have that 10%. You even have 5.
Yeah.
You know, like, how do we then get it to 100? Like, the two of us just have to always be in communication. It's hard. It's not easy, because sometimes, you know, a lot of people normally say, oh, ule dem mwanze ulioa mwanze anaweza kesho unakaa unaambia nywele yako ikae venye mimi upenda. Utadu?
Yeah.
Sounds like a you problem, but it happens, you know, because, you know, as much as we normally say that we should be our own big up, like we big up ourselves,
Yes.
right? Some of the things that they say could also be detrimental to your well-being, especially if you're not at 100 or you're not at 80%. If you're not happy that day, anything they say, anything someone says will just knock you out.
Trigger.
You know,
Out.
proper. And especially if there are things that used to happen when you're growing up and stuff like that. So, I don't know what people think.
If you're married.
Yeah. Andre, shut up. So, if you're married and I don't know
Or
how
if
you
you
guys
aspire
do
to
it.
get married.
What do you expect?
Let's
Or
talk
what are you
about the
expecting?
The aspirants as well, because we don't want to lock out anyone in these conversations. Give
Andrew.
us your thoughts, feedback as well, so that, you know, we get to know and learn from each other. And let's make this world a little more, I don't know what the word is, like when you learn from one another. What are you making the world?
A better
bit
place?
More, as in a bit more informative.
Right.
Yeah, when you're learning from
Right,
one
right,
another,
right.
you're making it a bit more informative, and you get to realize there's different ways of going about life. It's not just a standard set based on what you think or how you were brought up or how you do it in your union. So yeah, for sure. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share.
Finya notification bell so that you know when our next episode is up. And thank you very much to everyone for supporting, for loving us, the crew, our peeps, our people at home. My loving skibao. Kwa heri. Bye.